As a hairstylist, it's a tale as old as time. Your client brings in an inspo pic, like in this case, this client wanted silver hair. At the end, she's beaming. She's so happy. It's exactly what she wanted, she says. She's never been happier. You agree with her and tell her it's the best that her hair has ever looked. This new hair color and cut were made for her. You post your work on social media excited, and then your client reads the comments. Oh my God, Morgan, it looks so good. You love it, right? Don't you? You love it. I mean, wow. Just wow.
Wow, I just love this length on you. It's so chic.
Oh my God, I hate it. It's just awful.
I hate it so much.
Oh my God. Is that the Karen cut?
They better give her extensions. It looks so much better longer.
I can't believe they did that to her. I would cry.
Of course, another bob, because that's what they always do. Ew.
You can always do extensions. I have them, but gosh.
I don't know. Let me be honest with you. I was like coming here with the idea of doing extensions. I thought I was going to, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm actually kind of like liking this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm into it.
I'm into it.
It's giving Marilyn Monroe.
Right?
It's giving classy.
We went a little long this time.
It was 6 months.
Yeah, so 6 months.
6 months.
You're not going to go somewhere in Miami.
No, never again. Never again.
There's so many good hairstylists in Miami, though. There really is. But this is our third time. So first time, I feel like we gotta pop that in just in case anybody's living under a rock. You had some severe hair damage from going to a blonding specialist in Miami, hence flying to LA. And you had pieces that were literally like this short all over. We did your bleach retouch on that short hair, zero breakage, and gave you extensions. Yay! And that was major. Then we've seen you once 4 months later. We did it again with Zach, did a full transformation. And now here we are 6 months later. When we took the K-tips out last night, it was crazy. We went live. There was so many people watching. It was like midnight. And even I was really amazed at how healthy your hair is. There was zero breakage.
Literally.
Actually, look at this. The amount of root you have
crazy.
is the length
how much
that
it's
your hair
grown.
used to be. That's insane.
The fact that you guys literally got it back to like healthy again, like I can't even believe it. You know, I've never been this short before, but I trust you guys and I think I'm gonna love it.
Blonde Bobber Love.
Blonde Bobber Love, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
So as you saw in our earlier consultation, Morgan has been through a lot. All of her hair broke off from a blonding specialist, quote unquote, in Miami that left her lightener on too long. And we've been healing her hair for the last year and a half. K18's played a huge role. That was me using their chelator. It gets all the minerals and elements out of the hair. You can also use their Peptide Prep Detox Shampoo. But we always start everything out with their Molecular Repair Hair Mist, 10 sprays per quadrant. And it was time for me to get into this lightener. Now, she waited 6 months for this. So if you notice, I had to be very delicate with this retouch in order to avoid banding. So I did 2 formulas. I used Oligo Pro's Blacklight, their Extra Blonde 9-level lift, but I only used 10 volume in that midsection. And closer to the scalp, because that's a heat conductor, I only did 5 volume right there. That was gonna help me avoid banding. You see me putting foil there, and then I worked my sections through the back. Now, when I started to get into that nape area, I did 10 volume and 15 volume so it could catch up, and then I put that foil in the back, and then I put a plastic cap, and I let it process slow and low. I'd rather leave lightener on for an extended period of time with low volume than blow that cuticle open with 30 or 40 volume. That is not the way to lighten hair and keep it healthy. After about 90 minutes, I did my second check and we had her to a nice palest blonde. She wants silver, so in order to get a true silver, you need to lift the hair to a level 10 or else you're just not gonna get that true to tone silver color. Things were looking really good, so I knew that it was gonna be time to rinse and then it was time to get into this toner. Now, after I had her out before toner, I applied the K18 Molecular Repair Hair Mist again, 10 sprays per quadrant. That's gonna restore all the porosity of the hair before I come in with the toner and give me an even toning result. I also washed her hair with the Peptide Prep Detox shampoo that's gonna get all the bleach molecules, but this is my toner. A little bit of dancing I feel like is great for luck. I use Oligo's Color Gloss. I love their toners, and for this silver, I did their 10AI. That's Ash Iridescent, and I did 9V. So I did 1.5 ounces of the 10AI and a half ounce of 9V with only 7 volume. And I worked the toner in there. This is gonna give me that perfect silver on this light level 10 hair. Sometimes I'll only process Oligo for about 10 minutes, but I actually left this on longer. I wanted it to over deposit. She wanted a true silver tone, and I also wanted to take into account that the color will probably fade a little bit over time, and I wanted it to stay silver and have that longevity that I know that Morgan wanted in her hair. So after about 15-20 minutes, I rinsed this out of her hair. I did not shampoo it. And it was time for Philip Wolf to get into this haircut on Morgan. So after we finish our tone, that's when we do the K18 Molecular Repair Hair Mask. A little goes a long way. You don't want to overuse this. There's no reason to. You want to get the most bang for your buck. We rub it in our hands so that we can see where we're putting it on the hair, and you want to let this sit for 4 minutes. A lot of people will tell me that they rinse it. You're not going to get the molecular repair if you do that. You want to leave this in for 4 minutes, and then if you want to use conditioner after, you're free to do so, or use any styling products that you want. Now, we've been growing Morgan's hair out for 1.5 years. She had pieces that you saw in those videos in the beginning that were literally 1/2 inch. So Philip Wolf just did a dusting. Now, sometimes you guys say we cut too much hair, that we're scissor happy. We were not scissor happy at all with Morgan. He wanted to give her a long bang in the front, and then he really just trimmed the dead ends off of her hair. But you can see how much her hair has grown in 1.5 years, and she's had extensions this entire time. She wanted to try life without them and see how she felt with it. But a lot of you have said, you know, do a pixie, shave your head. You're putting more bleach on it. You're just causing more damage. The extensions are going to cause damage. That's simply not true. You can lighten the hair and you can do extensions while the hair is repairing and getting healthier, as long as you're doing it professionally and you're following all the rules, like using low volume peroxide and also going to a specialist in extensions that knows how to properly install them and also teach you how to upkeep your extensions at home and what products to use at home. We send Morgan home with all the K18 products. This is their brand new Heat Bounce. And that's a little trick there, which we found out with our blow dryer. That's our Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium Dryer. Heat Bounce is brand new from K18, and this is so perfect. It's a heat protectant. It protects up to 450 degrees, and as always, it has the K18 molecular repair in it. So you're gonna get that repair every step of the way. And then it was time to style. Philip used Design Me Volume Mousse for Morgan, and you can see it right there. We put it in her hair, and it was time to style and see these finished results. But Morgan was already really getting excited about her hair and really couldn't wait to see the finished results. We're really obsessed with the Babyliss Pro tools. What I like about them is they work, first of all, but they're also designed to protect color. And for me, as a hair colorist, having that nano titanium technology is gonna make all the difference, especially with my blondes, that I want those toners to last. They also last as far as the tool. A lot of dryers I've tried, they break really easily, and these tools, I take them with me. I do client after client, and they are sturdy, which is so important for me as a professional hairstylist. We had the Labubu there. That was my first Labubu Sesame. And Morgan was saying that her hair matched, but she was so happy with her hair. We were obsessed. Finished everything off with the K18 Molecular Repair Hair Oil. But look at this gorgeous silver hair. And more importantly, look how healthy Morgan's hair is. It's been such an honor to help her through her hair journey after having such a traumatic experience. You know, hair is such a huge part of our identity, and when you go to a stylist and trust them and you have such severe damage and breakage like that, for her to trust us and be flying all the way from Miami to Los Angeles 3 times, it really means the world to us. And Morgan's became more than a client, she's a friend. Check out these finished results on Morgan. She loved her hair so much. And then we posted on social media, and you know, you just never know. She saw some of the comments and she wanted to come back. Stay tuned.